Hi everybody, and welcome to another wee video. So here in the ramp today we have a Ford Fiesta. This one here is 2012 Ford Fiesta. It's up for MOT. There's only 44,000 miles on it. Good looking wee car, nice and straight. Customer complaint with this car is you go over bumps at the front and you're driving down the road and there's jingling noise from the front. On both sides. So the guy more or less diagnosed it himself. He was absolutely correct when he was hearing this thing here flopping about in there. So that's a pretty straightforward diagnosis there. We're on to our side here. And what have we got here? So that's the noise he was hearing. So when he was just driving down the road, that thing there sitting chattering. Now if you have a broken spring, it doesn't always do that. A lot of times these wee coils, they fall out and the noise goes away, so you might think everything's alright. But no, I can get that one out now. That's a brave. That's nearly a full turn on that one. Let's see. Oh, baby. There we go. I got trapped in there. But we point the note anyway. If you're driving down the road, you don't necessarily have to go over like bumps or anything. But if you're just going along an uneven road and you hear that sort of jingle noise, it's not a thud or a knocking noise. If you hear that clattering sort of noise there, you know, it's the best way to describe it, I suppose. That's good saying your springs broke. So the customer actually diagnosed that himself. So something that goes in these wee Fiestas, do an awful lot of them, is these lower ball joints. These lower ball joints seem to fail very, very quickly on the OE Ford ones. And around this mileage too, as you can see that one there. If there's grease coming out, the water's getting in. So that one there mightn't be too long for this world. Brakes seem okay. The rotor in the back of that is starting to go a wee bit. No leaks. Engine's pretty clean. I've just texted him there to see if he wants a wee service done while we're here. That oil filter's been on there a wee while, so but apart from that, it's pretty straight. Everything seems pretty good. Okay, more to come. Okay, a wee bit further on, we've taken our anti-roll bar drop link off here. We've given the threads a good going with that wee boy there, and she came out sweet. So get that out of the way. Get the ABS wire. There's a wee clip on there, just pops out with a trim removal tool. They just pop out. What I do, guys, I would give everything a wee bit of a squirt with WD-40. Even these wee clips there, and they just pop out. You know, some are quite stuck sometimes, but I give everything just a wee toot with WD-40. Everything that I'm going to take out. This brake hose then, that was held in with a 10mm bolt in there, so that came out dead easy. So what I'm thinking of doing, if I can get this brake hose nice and flexible out of the way, we're going to zip these two bolts out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to demonstrate a wee ergon that I got a while ago, and highly recommend it. they're all these here ergons are made they're all made in Taiwan, right? It's a Facom one, but the key thing is this dowel on it there, for all your different sort of strengths, forward and reverse. You can go forward and reverse both left and right hand there, and highly recommend these. Now you need to have a good air supply. No air tools work unless you have a decent air supply. I have a 200 litre compressor, and I have I think it's 10 mil air line running here in the garage. If that's, and I use Euro fittings or high flow fittings on all the air tools. If you use all that the smaller stuff, you're not getting the air to it, and it's all about flow. It's all about flow rate. You can have a wee small compressor up to 120 psi or whatever, but all you'll ever get is that first burst of air, and then the torque of the tool just falls away to nothing. So a lot of people get air tools and they think they're rubbish, but it's because of the setup they have. But anyway, we're gonna give this a wee go here. So I'll have that in reverse. It's at number 3. I'm going to use one of these wobbly extensions. More so for this bottom one here, because it's a bit tight to that brake hose. And here we go. 15 mil aviation spanner on it. In the back, it's 18. The nut. So didn't even flinch there. These have not been off, guys. These have not been off. All I did was give them a wee squirt with WD-40 before I started all this. So there you are. So that, you got the gear, it makes it easy, you know. Bad workman blames his tools, alright, but when you've got half decent stuff in your garage, make short work of all this sort of work. So it does. So we'll just pull those bolts there, and what we'll have to watch is I've kept the track rod end on here. I've kept the track rod end on there. I deliberately haven't taken that off. And the reason why I want that on is that that's going to hold that for us. So it's going to sit nicely on the wishbone. It's going to roll into position. You make sure there's no tension on your ABS wire, and there's our strut, free of the hub, and no tension on the brake hose. That's good. That's not going to go anywhere. You just need to watch it's not going to pull out of the inner shaft as well. If I had any diffs with it, if I had any reservations that this was going to move out on its own, the dead weight, I'd stick a wee bit of wire through that and wrap it around that bracket or something, so that I'm happy enough. So there we go, a wee bit further on. Right, here we are at the top of the strut. We've disconnected the strut at the hub. So what we'll have here is these top strut nuts. You not, whatever you do, take this nut off here. So these two here, there's one buried in here. I reckon I can just about get at it. A lot of cars, you need to remove all this plastics and the wiper blades, and you pull that off to get at these. A lot of them are sunk away back in, or the windscreen. It depends on the rake of the windscreen. The windscreen maybe comes away down to here. Some of those C-Maxes and Citroen Picassos, all that sort of jazz. That there is way. It's not further back, but it's the this bulkhead thing, and this drain panel is a way forward. So this guttering, this is guttering here. It seems to me that it goes way underneath this headlight here. So I'm not gonna. I reckon I can get this. There's one away in here, but I reckon we can get at it. There's one away in there, but I reckon we can get at it with our trusty old ratcheting spanner here. Ratcheting spanner, unbelievably gift to use. So if you notice what I'm doing, I'm actually holding it with my finger in there, and that stops the thing from going the other way. So you need to be a wee bit ambidextrous to do this sort of game. So here's the outward one in the back, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna completely work at that until until it's completely off, and leave one of these nuts on at the front, just so the strut doesn't fall out and fall onto the hub and damage something, you know, clip the brake hose or anything like that. So you don't want it to fall out and just everything just collapsing on you. So get this backing up. This is the upward one. Let's see if she's coming. Really get a quarter of a turn on it. I think these wee ones here, they're 72 degrees off the ratchet. See anything lower than that, guys? No use, really. The common 72 is very, very common. There are ones by Gear Wrench and other sort of manufacturers that have higher pitches, but I don't know whether there's any strength in them or not. The most teeth of anything I have is the 72. Even ratchets and stuff like that, anything that's lower, there's 38 mil, or sorry, 38 teeth. There's that by there. So you need to be pretty dexterous with your digits. So you do for this game, you need to be able to use two hands. You need to be a wee bit ambidextrous for this sort of work. Sometimes, if you notice there, I'm right-handed, but I'm unscrewing that nut with my left. And the more you do this sort of work, I don't know, you just train your hands into being able to do it. Right, now this is where I'm getting a wee bit. What I might do, I'm just going to a couple of threads on that, so the thing doesn't fall out on me. Okay. It's a wee dopey tip there, but these are the wee silly things that you forget about. If you just ram slam into something. So there's that off. Now you see her dropping down there. This is near enough dropped out. So now I can catch that with one hand. Drop on the floor. Okay. I'm gonna get her strut out through all our hoses and wires and stuff. And there we go. One strut. Okay, right, here's our strut we've just taken out. I'm just going to show you some of the things that I used to remove this spring here. There's a hydraulic coil spring compressor, wee stand mount job, and I'm going to show you this wee kit, which I think is very useful. It's a wee bit dear, this kit now, but it's very versatile. I'll just run you through that. There is an example of, you buy cheap, you buy twice. That is a wee burn press that I bought. It's like my first burn press, and then done okay. Done a few burns with that. The original hydraulic jack leaked oil like crazy all over the show. It was a real bit of a pain. I went and replaced that with a 12-ton bottle jack. It's all right. It does. You know, if you're doing a lot of stuff, you really need that. That's a 20-ton job with a pressure gauge on it, and a couple of pistons there on the side there, and a good big stand, and you do it all standing up. That's a part washer there. There's some bits and pieces kicking about the floor there that I just keep. That's a thing that goes on to the end of your trolley jack. It holds a gearbox. Dual support. That's a laser wheel alignment system. But one thing I will say to you is, see, to do this sort of work, you need some amount of gear. So you do. I have, over years and years and years, built all this stuff up here. As you can see, I've marked all these red boxes. Field pressure tester. That's another type of coil spring compressor. That's automatic gearbox filler. What's that? Petrol diesel, ball joint adapters, radiator pressure test, tap and die, injector removal, sour clip pliers, heaps and heaps of stuff there. There's that laser flaring tool that I used the other day. Loads of stuff, and they're all 10 belt locking kits that I've bought. So anyhow, on with this. Let's see if I can set you down here somewhere nicely. We're going to put this spring into this compressor. I'll just show you how I do it. Get you out of the way here. Keep you out of the way of this. So give that a go. Right there, I think. That's probably the best. So I want to get this in. The trick about doing springs is you need to try and get as many coils compressed as you can. Right, whenever they're broken, like this one, sometimes it can you can't get this in very well sometimes. So you need to have that in there. So yeah, a bit of safety here. I'm going to put that through a couple of coils, and in case that decides to make a bid for freedom. So there we go. So that is nice and free. So we're going to use our backhoe kit, and I'm going to show you what's special about it. This is this kit here. This is what's called a pass-through or a go-through set. So these are those type of gear lock, I think they call these sockets. And the thing I like with this kit is you can get a spanner on the end of that socket. So it'll go right through like that. And that's what I use on the top of these struts. There's a wee extension, and again you can get right through. So we're going to use that wee Allen key, and that is a 10mm aviation spanner just to hold it for us. The top of the strut. I like these ratchets to be a bit longer, but this should do the job, and you can lock it in any position, forward and reverse. And again, it clicks in. All this stuff clicks together. It's quite versatile, this, because you can put there's an Allen head, and there's Torx heads, and all these wee adapters. So some of these would come in very, very useful for tight spots. So we'll just move back over to there again. And okay, I just reset that there a wee bit, and what we're going to do, get a wee bit of tension on that, and loosen this off a wee bit with an impact. Sorry, yes. Well, that's down as far as we go. So, here we trick. Right, that's our start to spin, so we need to hold her with our go through socket here. So as you can see, that is what I'm doing there. And the top mount is off. So you have to do, guys, a lot of these top mounts. You need to check them. A lot of times these are the cause of breaking the spring. See if these aren't turning freely. See if they're rough. Your spring, whenever you're steering, is going like that. If that's not free, and that's actually the cause of the spring breaking. Not so in this case, it's just purely rust and degrading. Maybe somebody a wee bit bigger is going over speed bumps and what have you. So I'm going to release that off nicely. Get the chain out. We should have done that first. So release that, and out she comes. So let's spring it, and there's our strut. So not much to this one. There's some of these here you have to watch. There's washers goes on here, and they need to go on a certain way. The burn goes in first, and then the mount goes on it. This is pretty simple. This is all one sort of unit there. I put a wee mark of the orientation of it, so that lined up with that. That mark lined up with that. It looks as if it's all symmetrical, but some of these top mounts they go in a certain way. So you need. I just didn't have a mark it before I take it off. So all that looks good. The top mount looks pretty good. So we just need to get a spring. Do the same thing, and that's it. So I think that's it for this one, guys. As Thomas Axio VCDS says, installation is a reversal removal. I recommend that wee kit. It's a wee bit dear, that wee kit there, but it's very versatile. If you've got awkward nuts in awkward places, there's those torques, Alan, as I said, and there's these adapters as well. That if you're in a tight spot, that's a 3/8. That goes on the 3/8 socket, and then you can get a spanner on the back of it. So you can buy these separately. That aren't made by Bajo, but I have them as well. They're no way as good as these ones. These ones here are superb because you can get a spanner on it dead easy. That's pulled me out of a few holes, so it has. Those wee adapters. This company Bajo, if you're not familiar with them, it's a snap-on company. Swedish stuff, I believe, is still made in Sweden. Snap-on bought them out about 10 or 15 years ago or something. So it's just one of their brands, but the stuff is not Snap-on. I can tell you that. It is still Baco. The finish is great. It's sort of satin finish now. I've never had any of these breaking. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. All the best, and thank you for watching all these videos that I do. And the comments are much appreciated. So all the best, bye bye.